Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So this video is really special for you guys because I just hit 10k subscribers, and today I'm gonna make a video that will help you a lot, especially the JavaScript developer. So we are just gonna focus on JavaScript object, how you can iterate over it, how you can work with functions, how you can work with different kind of numbers, array operations, map, reduce, find, all the functionality, and especially for creating dashboard, like whatever you see in that video here is a simple dashboard, and how you can merge all of those values, how you can work with different kind of objects, with different kinds of array, and how you can merge them and get the final output. So this is very important, how you to create some dashboard or some any calculations in daily life. You will need those applications, and especially for interview purpose as well, this is really important. Open this, and I'm just gonna make like main.js or app.js, and you can write console.log is running. Okay, and you can just click run, and as you can see, it says it's running. And what you have to do, you have to have a simple understanding how the JavaScript works. If you are a complete beginner, this video would be a little bit of tougher for you, but if you have a simple basic understanding how JavaScript works, I think this will really help you. So this is a simple JavaScript array of object. I took a medium level of array of object because in some property I have only the object, and inside I have mark and result in the presentation object. But here in the assignment I have array of object. I have different kinds of topic, and different kind of topic I have different kind of result and marks. Okay, I have the assignment ID as this, and semester finals are in each semester. I may have 3 different type of exam, like midterm, final, first term. So all, if you combine all of them, you can get final semester finals if you combine all of those results. Okay, this is just a simple mock API that I have built just to show you how we can make the complete dashboard of all the users and get the full detail of the user. This is our main agenda. How can we get the grouping of our data? That's why the object array operations are really useful with different kinds of for loop. And today we're going to understand the whole power of it, how we can manage all of this thing. And we have the first user is my name and their email, and second user name, email, assignment, all of this. We have 2 users. Okay, and in the semester final I have the final ID, mark, and the total result he got, and grade, all of this stuff. Okay, so let's understand how we can build this thing. First we need to get the detail of each single user. So how can you get the details of each user? So how can you get this thing? So function get user detail. Okay, and you're gonna give it a username, like you're gonna give him a username, and based on that username we're gonna get the result. If you just type username like me, you will get my data. If you get username like Miraj, you will get his information. So this is the thing that we want to build in the beginning. Okay, so here as a parameter we're gonna pass username. So this is the one use cases of functions in JavaScript. Whatever you pass, this can be anything. It can be this user, or this can be this user, whatever you want. Okay, so first what we want, let me get the presentation score, because this is simpler. In an object we have another object. So first you need to get into the presentation. So how can we get that thing? And we can name it presentation score, PR score. And how we can access this thing? So for that we have to access this thing. Okay, which user we want. So before that we need to get the current user, because we have multiple user in our array of objects. So we need to identify which user want to get the information for. So you can use one more function in JavaScript called users.find. Okay, find individual user and user.name. As you can see, in the individual user we have a name property, and based on that name we need to find that user with the name that is passed in the parameter, like this name. Okay, if you find this thing, then it's gonna return users.find takes an array, and from that array you need to filter out the name that you passed in. This is how you find the user. Find each individual user, and current user now will give you an object from an array it is now converted into an object. Based on that, it will give you only one information, one object. From array you get only one object. This is the individual user that we are talking about now. Okay, so if I just console.log this out, current user, you will see this, what's going to happen. Okay, so let me remove this. So let me call this thing, otherwise it will not work. And here I'm going to give my name. So let me check the data. Yes, and we're gonna run this. Okay, as you have seen, now it's not an array. We have got only the single user, so it fetches the data based on only the user you have given input, like this user. Find the information of this user only. So it cannot contain array of object. It's not meant to be like that. So that's why the array.find is super important, to find individual user that matches with your requirement and gives us that objects. Okay, and this object, we have this ID with the user we got. As you can see, I got only one user information. If I give like another name, Miraj, let me check the name, yeah, and save it. And now you'll see another user. See, this is another user, so that matches with it. So whatever the information username I passed, it find all the information of the current user. Now I can get their result, current user's information. It is very simple, like const pr score is presentation score is current user dot presentation dot, we have two information. One is the mark of the presentation, and one is the result. So mark is the total mark of that presentation, and result is only the result whatever he got. So this result. Okay, so this is the result he got. And if you want to get the full score, like pr total marks, and you can, let me use a camel case, it looks better. Current user dot presentation dot marks. Okay, and my score and total mark. Okay, so that's good. So if you want to get assignment data for the current user, so what we can do, so you can use one more very useful method or array method in JavaScript, which is reduce. Because as you can see, this assignment is an array of objects, so you need to get to each individual assignment by its ID and get the result, whatever the mark the user got. Okay, and this is the total marks 100, and this is the result whatever he got in each individual. This is the first one, he will get to this result and add it to this one, and then it's gonna add this. So total we get the assignment result. So total marks, so total assignments marks would be current user, so user dot assignments. So this is the thing, this is the array I want to go into. So this is the property assignments, and it's an array of objects. So first we need to just get inside the assignments. See, here I have semester finals as well, but now I am very interested in just going into assignments and just calculate every single mark of this assignment of this particular user and give them a final result as output. And it is converting an array into a number. So let me just do this. So assignment.reduce, as you can see, so it takes the accumulator, which is actually the starting number, and the like assignment. I will just name it item because it works with all the methods. So first number and add it with item dot, so whatever we have. So in the assignment we have mark, result, and topic. We have mark, result, and topic. This is the result that whatever mark we got. So this is the thing we want, and it will start from 0. Okay, so now if I console.log this out, total assignment mark, you will get this thing. So if I just run this, okay, whatever you got, 215. Okay, so that's awesome. So it is nothing, just simple, like let total is equals to 0. Previously we used to do it like that, and then we have the total plus is equals to item dot result. So it is just adding all the values. individually one by one, because in assignments we have multiple assignments. We need to add. First one is this, then it will gonna add 65 plus 70, then it will add the summation of 60 plus 70 with 80, then the final output is 215 that we got here. Similar. So that's the thing, that's awesome. It is converting an entire array. Assignments is an array. It is converting array into a number. So now you cannot map this result because this is a simple number. You cannot do any other thing. So our total assignment mark is there. Now what I can do, we can copy this thing and do this same for the semester final. Semester finals data. Total semester finals mark. Okay, and I think we should name it results, because this is results, not the total marks. We are working with the results, as you can see, and it should be inside the semester finals. So this is another area of object. In semester final is a property. We can easily access it using the current user and go inside each user semester finals like that. Okay, as you can see, we are accessing this, and this is also similar to assignments. It has result, it has marks, it has ID, whatever you can pass. Okay, so this is your result, and you can console.log as well. So it's nothing fancy, it's very easy. You can do it very easily. So we got our total semester final result, we got our assignment result, and if you want to print all of this stuff, you can easily do this. Now it's my duty is to print all total result, total score that I got, including assignment, presentations, and all the finals mark. So if I want to get that thing, let me add like let total is equals to 0. So total is equals to, just if you want to calculate like presentation mark plus total assignment results plus total semester final results, so including all the variable, and then you're gonna console.log total. Okay, sorry, it should be total. You can see we got total of 414. So this is the total score that this guy got. And what you can do, you can use a template string. So total score is like total, and this is very useful for many modern application. If you work with React.js, Next.js, sometimes you need to add definitely in the API, or in any cases you need to just use this template string, because this is very dynamic and you can work very versatilely with it. And the total, and then assignment score is whatever you got, like presentation, and this assignment score is this, your total assignment score, and then your presentation score is like PR my score, and then we can just write and final whatever you got, and this is total semester final result. It's simple. If I just run this thing, as you can see, assignment score is 215, presentation score, and final score. If you just add all of this stuff, the total score is 414. So this is a beautiful stuff. You can do a lot of calculation. Now you understand what's the importance of array methods. Find, it converts an array into an object, because if you want to find something by ID, find something by any user's name, even it can be like user's email as well. It works for anything, and it will work for ID. If I pass ID, it should also work. Like if I pass the ID of 2, it will give me the information of Mirage. Okay, so if I pass an ID, okay, and I match with the ID that is given with the current user, and I will pass ID number 2. Okay, so let me check what happens. Same result. You get the same exact result. So let me remove this thing. Okay, so it works for any property. For username, you can pass ID, email, anything. For any users, it works just fine. Now I want to get the data of all the users with their specific aggregation. Like I have one user, which is like first user is Adib. Okay, I want his score like his total assignment score, then his presentation score, then his finals score, as well as Miraj assignment score, whatever he got, presentation score, whatever it is. Like I will have a property that will have each name and my all the information, like whatever you have here. This is the same structure that we want to build. So this is the way the data structure, how you structure your application, how you want to get your data. So this is the thing, if we're just manipulating using the power of JavaScript and objects, different array and different kinds of object methods, array method, how you can manipulate it and solve the real life problem. That is the thing we want. And after each individual user, if I have Adib's information, the Miraj, and our remark, if I want to remark if it is a good result or bad result based on our mark, we can easily find this out, this stuff. First we need to make a key property, and each individual key we're gonna assign their total marks. So this is how we're gonna do this. Okay, so this is the very important part, how we're gonna build this stuff. So this is, we just call it a function users dashboard. Pass input users, we're gonna pass an array like here user dashboard. If when we just call this function, we need to give some users, and the users is this array that we have given. Okay, we're gonna pass any, it can be any, it can come from the database users, get all the users like const users. You're gonna prisma dot user dot find many. Okay, and here you're gonna fetch all the users. So it can come from any database. We are creating a simple dashboard so that we just understand how the aggregation works, how we can merge all of the users information into one table. So this is the most important thing I want to show you. So this is our input users. Okay, so this is our functions. First we need to get the users. So what we can do, we can console dot const users is equal to input users. First we want to check whatever we got, console.log users. Okay, so this is the users. So if I just print this out, and as you can see, we got an array of objects, so we get all the information of the users table. Okay, so it's done, we got our users. So how can we get each individual user's information? So it should be dynamic, because in users table there can be multiple users, there can be thousands of crores of users. How we can manage all of this stuff? So this is the most important thing. Get that thing. For there is a loop called for off loop. So let user of input users. Now for off each individual user out of all the users, it should be iterable. Okay, so because for loop is for iterables, so out of all the input users I'm gonna get a single user. And if I write like current user and all the users, like if I just write user, and we're gonna console.log current user. Okay, this should be template string. So I want to check what we got. Okay, so run this. So the current user is object. Okay, so this is returning as an object. And if you want to get current user dot name, because user has a name property. Okay, so what we get, let's check. As you can see, we got two users. This is dynamic. If you have thousands of billions of users, you're gonna get current user would be, first one is the Adib, and then we have the Miraj based on our ID. First one is this, and then we have this. So two users, a name, it is printed. So that's the most important stuff. How can we get all the users information one by one? Okay, so this is the way. So this is the way we can get all of this informations. So let me delete all of this thing. What we want? We want the total assignment mark. or total presentation mark or total semester final mark. So let me have all of this things. So total, first one, let's work with assignment mark, assignment results. This is my assignment result. I'm gonna get each individual user dot assignment. And how can we get this? Because we have the access to every single user, we can easily get this. So here you have to go to user, and then we can go to assignments, and reduce, and we can just copy this thing, because this is almost the same stuff. Okay, just in case of current user, it should be user that we got from this for off loop. And if you just check this, as you can see, this is the for off loop. If we just look at it, different kind of error method that you have to check this loop for off loop. As you can see, it takes a variable and iterable. So this is so much important. As you can see, this is a simple example, the BMW, Volvo, Mini, and this x reminds us this x value gives us each individual string value in the array, like BMW, then you will get Volvo, then you get Mini. If you add all of this stuff, you will get all the values. So it is a very good example of for off loop, how we can work with it. This is very, very powerful. And this user.assignments, it means that we are calculating all the values, whatever the assignments is score of each individual user. It works for all the users. Now you can just print this out. Okay, you can check console.log, it works just fine. I already show you how it works. So we can copy all this stuff, and this is for the total semesters results, total semesters results. And if I want to find, let me guess, we need to collect semester final, because this is the property. This is how we can get their semester finals informations. And this is also result. Yeah, this is also result. And then we can also go there, let total presentation score, total presentation score. And here we can collect total presentation score is different. Let me show you why it's different. You have to just initialize with a value, and then we need to merge all of the value, like user dot presentation, because this is another property. This is an object, this is not an array, and we need to get inside this result child, presentation dot child, user dot presentation dot result. Okay, so this is the value that you want. Okay, so this is the result, this is the result we want. Okay, user dot presentation dot result, and we need to add all of this thing. So total presentation score, total underscore presentation score, we're gonna add it with user presentation result. So for my information, it will add my presentation result plus and add it to the total. First it would be 0, then it will add my score, which is 7. Okay, how can we get the user dashboard information? Because this is just a simple array. This is simple array, it will not work like this, but we want something similar to this. Okay, each individual we want similar to, like my name, and it will show us my result, and then it will show us Miraj and show his result. We want this, we want property and value, like object. So this is how this is when it's super important to use something like const user info. Okay, and I'm gonna just initialize with an object, because user info is an object. Now we need to pass some data into this user information. So how can we do this? So for each individual user, now user info, you need to get inside this individual user info. Like this is a square bracket. If you want to access any particular user's information or their name, this is super important. Like user.name, because we have each individual user's information. Here we can easily access, because this is an object, it has a property, we can access it. So in user we have a name property. See, if I just zoom out, as you can see, each individual user has this name, email, ID, all the properties we can easily access. So we are accessing each individual ID because we want this thing, like this thing, my name and my informations. So this is the way we want to catch it. So you want to get this, and if you just add all those values, all the values, like my total assignment results, so total each individual's information. But I want to do it a more professional way. More professional way means I just want to use it like const user assignment mark of each user. Okay, assignment mark of each user. So I want to do it in a more professional way. So here I'm gonna assign this thing. So assignment mark of each user, like user.name is equals to total assignment mark. Now it will work just fine. Same thing I'm gonna do it for this semester result. This should be like total semester result, and another one is for, this is for assignment purpose only, but I want one more, const semester finals of each user. And similar to, we just need to copy this thing and paste it into this. And then we have for presentation, presentation of each individual user. Okay, const presentation of each user, and I'm gonna copy this thing, presentation of each user, and I'm gonna pass user.name, whichever the name the user has, and his total score, because this calculates all the users information one by one. Okay, so first my name, it will come into my name and it will add all the information, all the score that I got in the presentation, and set it to my name. And then the Miraj information will come into this, and total score and his name, and it will assign it to him. So it is the way it is working. It is the simplest way how to understand how you can manipulate and merge all of this information for each individual user. For creating different kinds of logic, different kind of dashboard, you might need this information, because I'm solving a real life case problem. So that's why you have to understand how we are doing it. So now we need to merge all of this thing, user info. Okay, so I want to check all the values. So console.log, how it looks. First we want to check the assignment value of each individual user. So I'm just I have to console.log outside of for loop. It should be better. I just remove this. I want to get the information of assignment mark of each user. Yeah, assignment mark of each user, and it assigns individually. First my name, it will assign my result, and then Miraj and his result would be assigned to this property. So let's check it out and just run this and see. This is the thing we have wanted. So this is the thing we have wanted. So user info, first this is my name, my property, and it assign my value, my total semester, my total assignments value. It calculates every single information that we have in each user. I have all the assignment marks. It calculates all of those things, sum them up, and based on my property, my name, it assigned a value to it. So in the object, I have assigned each user's information, like how you can identify the user, his name and his value, his name and his value. So this is the way we want the information to be like that. Okay, so this looks pretty awesome, and it works for all the users. Okay, if you have thousands of users, billions of users, millions of users, so this is how the programming is super awesome, super powerful, super strong, and you can manipulate it, you can do anything with it. Okay, so user info. Now we don't want this. We want something extraordinary. In the user info, I need to get all of this information combined. So how can we do that? So here, user info, and here we need to get this thing, assignment of each user. So this is one property that I'm assigning into this, and then we have semester final, because we need to keep track of the semester final information, and also the presentation as well. Presentation. So this is simple. Okay, so this is the thing that I really want. So if I just console.log user info, so let's check it. User assigned to constant value. Okay, so it's sorry, it should be a let, because we are assigning something, so we have to use let on the top of the for loop, otherwise it will not work. It should be in a global scope in this function. So this will work as a global scope, so that you can work with it in any places, here, inside for loop, or any other thing. So now you can copy this, you can work with it, because we are passing all this information into this object, so that I can get the complete information. So this is how you can in each global user info object, we are passing this another object, like this object, and this object, so that we can get the total information. Okay, so now as you can see in user info, this is an object, as we have seen, this is an object, and here inside I have a name, my information, whatever score I got, my semester final score 180, Miraj score is better, he is better than me, and presentation score is also, he is better than me. So how can we build this awesome quality dashboard? This already looks so super beautiful. I want to have a remarks. Now how can we have a remarks? Let me have a remarks. Now I have to use let now, because based on this calculation, so we need to do something. Now how can we do that? So first I want to get the total marks now of each individual users. So assignment of each individual user and their total marks. This is the result mark, and we have to get that result mark. Okay, so total assignment marks. This is the mark, this is the result that the student got, and this should be mark. Let me check. It should be marks, and for presentation it is only mark. Remind that it should be marks, and for this, for total semester results, and I'm also taking the total semester marks. Okay, and this should be marks, because we have to calculate how much score we got out of the total score. So this is what I got, and this is the total score of the mark. So this is how we can calculate our CGPA, our score, subtotal, and our result grade, remarks, all of those things. And for presentation as well, and for presentation score, here I want let total presentation marks, and just I'm gonna assign it as 0 for initialization, and then we have total presentation marks. It should be mark, from mark property, from user.presentation, from each individual user.presentation, and then we need to go inside the mark. So this is the thing, we're going inside it and adding it to our total marks. Okay, this is our total. So now we can easily access it. So how can we work with it? So let me work with total marks, divide out of, you need to concatenate, and total marks out of total assignment marks, as you can see. So whatever you got out of total marks. So similar to this, we need to work with this one as well, and here we're gonna add total semester marks out of total. This is our total semester marks. Okay, and whatever we got, this is our mark out of total. And similarly we have to do this, so we can total, this is our total score out of total presentation marks. This is our score, and this is the total presentation mark. So we aggregated all of this thing, and out of our total score, how much we got. So now we need to work with our grade. Let result grade is equals to 0. Result grade, it should be our total marks we got. We'll only grade the result based on the semester final, not on all the values. Like total semester final results, total semester final results, the user got out of total semester mark. Okay, based on the semester we're gonna find a final grade, whatever the user got based on this final results. So we have to out of all the assignment, out of all the semester total marks, what total semester result I got times 100. Okay, if I divide the out of whatever you got out of the total mark times 100, you're gonna get the result grade. And let me console.log this out first. Result grade and result grade. So let me check this out. Okay, now it is working. As you can see, we have out of total 300 in the assignment mark, and we got 210, and Miraj got 215 out of 300. And in semester final I got 180 out of 300, and Miraj got this, and presentation as well. So we got the whatever mark we got out of total. So this is the most important part, so that's why I have added this thing. So this is the real life cases how you can use all this thing. And the result grade, we have to check what we got, and the result grade, one is 60, one is 64% mark. This is the percentage mark. Okay, so based on this, if it is greater than 60, one is 60, one is 64. So if it is greater than 60, then it is a good mark. Okay, so we're gonna do this. So we have to use remarks, and in the remarks I also need to use user.name, because each individual user I need to identify which user. So our remark, that's why I have added an object here, empty object, so that I can add something into it, like user.name that we got from our this for loop user. So see how useful this for loop is. Okay, in solving real life problems or in real life applications cases, you need to calculate all of those things. So that's why I really wanted to show you everything that is super important and useful in JavaScript applications, in modern application. When you want to build something, you need to calculate it and manage your assets, manage your arrays, manage your objects, and manipulate it and merge all of this stuff, and so that you can build something amazing. And now I'm going to use a conditional thing. Now I'm going to use a very conditional rendering. In React, we used to call it conditional rendering. So if the result grade is greater than 60, if the result grade is greater than 60, it means that he got more than 60% mark. If it is true like that, this is a ternary operator you can use. If the result grade mark is, or percentage is greater than 60, then I'm gonna write good result. Otherwise I'm gonna say bad result. If it is greater than 60, then it's a good result, otherwise it's the bad result. Okay, so this is the remark of each individual name, like my name, whatever result I got, Miraj, whatever result it got, is it good or bad, based on the semester result. You can do it for any other result. You can combine all of those marks and you can do it this way, but I'm using only for this semester final. Okay, so that I can show you something important. And here I have to edit remarks. I have put all the information into this object. In the property I have kept my name and assigned whatever result I got, and this is the thing that will, and based on my result grade, it will give us whatever the result that particular user got, if it is a good result or bad result, based on our total marks of this each individual semester. And this is our remarks, and just assign it to here in the final user info. Okay, so if I run this thing, as you can see, remarks, mine is bad result because I am just exactly 60%, it is not more than 60%, that's why it's a bad result. Otherwise Miraj got good results. So this is the thing that you can just make this thing. So how much awesome it is. You can get every single key here. If I just write console.log object.keys from user info, you're gonna get only the keys. So let me check it out. So this is also very, very important. You get all the keys, like assignment of each user, assignment semester final of each user. These are the same thing. This is the property name. As you can see, these are the property name. Okay, and these are the values. So if I just write object.values, and you're gonna put all this information, you're gonna get only the values. See, So see, you get array of objects, and in each object you're gonna get my name, whatever score I got, but you are not getting this assignment of each user, assignment final user. These are the key properties. It didn't get that, but previously you got it, okay, because I used object dot keys. But if you want to get everything, you can get like everything I want. Use object dot entries, user info. It will give you every single thing, and I'm gonna console dot log this everything. I just want to show you how the object properties are super useful. As you can see, it gives you in an array, it will give you another array, and this is the key and this is the property. This is the key and this is the property. This is the key, this is the presentation score of which user, mine, and whatever score I got and what this user got. So this can be iterable. It works like a charm. One more very important stuff is you can convert it into an array. Because this is an object, you can easily convert it. So you have to use array.from. So array.from, you can convert anything. You can convert anything into an array. It should be iterable, like this thing. First one, this we got the property of assignment of each user. Then we have the semester. Then we have the presentation. Then we have the remarks. I want to iterate over it, so and convert it into an array. So we're gonna convert it into array. So here you're gonna pass this user info. Okay, this user info. And if I just console.log this out, this array, so let's check what happens. As you can see, in the array, we got all the objects. Like as you can see, this is an array. It converts it into an array. So this is the most awesome part. If you don't use this sign, let me show you what happens. It says empty array because you have to use this array sign, those square brackets, otherwise it will not convert these objects into an array. So let me show you how the object.entries work. For that, you can use let key and value. It should be inside an like a square bracket, because we are getting the key and value of each individual object of user info. It will give you key and value, and this should be inside object.entries. And you're gonna console.log key and value. Beautiful. And if I just log this out and just uncomment this, see, it gives us all the properties, and inside that we have an object with my name, with my information and Mirage information, all the user that I have. It will give you everything based on what? Assignment of each individual user. And for semester final, whatever I got out of what, my information, and these are the key, these are the values. It gives us every single thing. But if I want to like get like object dot keys, then it will give us only the key. Okay, so it gives us only the key. And if I want the values only, because each object has a property and value, all of the thing, it gives us only the value, like similar to this thing. If I go into JS objects, let's see, these are the objects that we got. These are the key, these are the value, these are the key, these are the value. So according to W3 schools as well, this is the their documentation is really good. You should check that out because this is super useful. And you get the objects or values, object or keys, object or entries. You can get every single stuff, whatever you want. Now copy this stuff, and as we have already converted into this object into an array, now we can iterate over it, loop over it, whatever you want. And you can also console dot table. You can convert it into a table, and we're gonna pass this array. So let's check it out. See, it worked just fine. This is our remarks, this is good result or bad result, and this is our assignment of each individual. This is semester final result of all the users. This is the presentation score of all the users out of what. So this is a simple view of dashboard view of how we can make this. So this is the way we gonna build out this dashboard. Okay, so this looks pretty beautiful, and if I don't have the remarks, you will not see this. See, if I just run this, it looks much better because it is smaller. All the content looks much beautiful. So of whatever score you got, we get all the tracks of the semester final of all the users, and assignment score of all the users out of whatever score they got, and the presentation score as well individually, one by one, because we have used the for loop. So that's why if I have thousands of users, I can easily get this thing. Okay. If I add one more user, if I add one more user, which is Prince, okay, you can get the prince@gmail.com. so his result is like 90 and 90. Just change the result a little bit, and users dashboard, I'm gonna pass all the users that I have in my database. And now let's check it out. So now I have 3 different users. First one is assignment of each individual user of this user, and as you can see, I have now 3 users. He got 240 out of 300, so that's an amazing result. And this is my result and the presentation result of this Prince. So this is an amazing result. Okay, so this is the thing that we got. And if I have added a remarks, this will also work just fine without any issues. And this is for the remarks. Okay, so this is the remarks, whatever the result I got. The Prince is a good result, yours is a very good result, and mine is very bad result, as well as true. I'm a very, very bad student, so that's the thing. That's my result. Okay, so this thing is super useful, super awesome, and you can create an empty object and assign anything with any user's name and property, and merge with whatever the result each user got using the for loop. And this is super useful. For loop is super useful. For each loop is also super useful, and map, reduce, filter, everything is super useful. I already made a video about filter and different kind of thing, but today I'm gonna really focus on the calculation part, how we can work different, how can you solve a real life problem with it. So this is how when you work with chart.js, when you want to make any dashboard, when you have a complicated dashboard, you have to use a lot of logic here. Like you may have the user data inside another property. Like in the assignment, you might have to go inside the user, whichever user you have given this assignment, and find this user ID, and based on that you might find this. You have to assign that thing inside this thing, because your assignment might be assignment is another model, user is another model. So you have connected the assignment to the user of one-to-many relationship. One user might have multiple assignments, and assignment belongs to user. So you have to get the user ID by this. This is the way you just chain it everything. So then you have to get that thing. Okay, so this is the way this works. So it is very useful, versatile, and very useful to solve any modern applications problem and any dashboard or any logic building. And regularly you have to practice, because this is the simple stuff that normally web developers do, and a lot of other things like in the backend logic. I'll talk about the backend logic later, but this is the thing that would be really important if you want to build something amazing, build something that is really useful and solves the real life problem. So that is the thing I really focused on. So till then, take care, bye bye. I'll see you in the next video with more awesome and beautiful content.